All right, welcome to LL Hoops Pick and Roll Coach Spotlight. And we're fortunate enough to have the head coach of the Muhlenberg Mules, Matt Flowers. Matt, how does that sound? I mean, head coach. I mean, you were an assistant for so long, but now you're the head man. How does that feel?
First and foremost, I thank God for the opportunity for blessing me to be in the situations I've been in the past 14 years. I was patiently waiting, but I was still working my tail off to do what I had to do for Coach Perez and the Red Knights. And this opportunity came along, and it took some time for me to want to leave. But I'm glad I did, and I'm just blessed and honored to be the head basketball coach at Muhlenberg High School.
My cohort in crime there, my play-by-play guy, James Hines, with us as well. James, you got a question for Coach?
Yeah, Coach. I mean, being that it's your first year back home, it can be difficult to find success as a first-year head coach in any sport, any league. Tell us a little bit about how your seniors have stepped up and bought into what you're teaching them to have the type of success that you're having this season.
Well, I've been blessed to have coached to Cheryl, Alexis, Edwin Suarez, Jared Jackson, all were at Reading their 10th grade year. So I was blessed to, when I came here, they already knew the expectations for when I got there. So they were helping along as well. That when when I took the job, the guys were like, listen, he's not playing around when he's come here. The expectations are a lot different. He's all about winning a championship. He's all about empowering the young guys. So for me, it was easy because I had guys that already knew what to expect. And then you have two other great seniors in Alex Tomlinson and Adam Zakorski, who are just role players. Adam came to our team not wanting minutes, but just wanting to be a leader. And that's what he has been. He watches so much film. He studies our game plan. Sometimes I think he knows the game plan better than I do. And it's pretty cool to see, because he'll tell the guys, listen, this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what the game plan says. So the transition has been really good. We started off very well. We had two tough losses, I would say, probably in a week to 2 week span between William Allen and Wilson. But we're growing. We're growing, we're learning, we're maturing. And I feel like we're getting better every game. There's another lesson that can be taught. So we're having fun.
Well, that's great. And everywhere you look with Muhlenberg basketball, there's this acronym, PAVE. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, when I was about to interview for the job, I was like, I have to bring something different. It can't be the Reading slogan. That's what we did up at Reading. It has to be something different, and it has to be something that fits the Muhlenberg kids. And I felt that PAVE was the slogan for them. Persevering over everything that you have to go through. You may not have the best athletes, but you can work hard enough to beat the best athletes. Having a new attitude, an attitude of we're not going to settle for second place. You're going to achieve. So the A in PAVE, is two words. It's attitude and achieve. The first one was attitude. Second one is achieving. Achieving the next level and climbing the mountain to be first place at one point. Winning a county championship is a goal. So we got to be able to have the attitude to achieve that. Vibrant. Who's going to have the most energy? Is it going to be me every day, or is it going to be the kids? And right now, the kids are bringing it. The kids have a lot of energy. They're having a lot of fun. And then the last one is elevate. Yes, I'm the head basketball coach, but I need the kids to elevate me as well. I need to elevate them as well as they need to elevate me. So when I thought about what slogan to go with, what words would fit us good, I thought PAVE would be the best one for us, just because there's athletes out here. There's great young men, great young ladies out here that work really hard. And if they could get just a boost to say, I'm going to take it to the next level, we can really achieve some great things out here.
Good. James, you got another question for Coach?
Yeah, I really like that Coach, and bringing something like that to add into the structure that you're trying to build at the high school is fantastic. obviously we're late in the season here. You got 2 Berks matchups left to go with Twin Valley and Reading High. Just look, if you could give us a little peek into the locker room, what at practice and all that stuff. What are you telling? What's your message to your team as you prepare for the postseason?
I'll go 1-0. You know, we got to win. Did you win today? Did you do your homework? If you did your homework, that means you're watching film. If the game plan is done, that means you're reading the game plan, knowing the game plan, knowing exactly what's going on. How much film have you watched of the previous game, and how much film have you watched of our next opponent? No matter who it may be, you know, unfortunately, we were getting ready for Liberty on Saturday. It got pushed back. So some of our kids was already doing their homework. Now we got to get ready for Twin Valley. We got 3 days to prepare. Are you preparing just to go into the game and look good, or are you preparing for late February, late March? And that's been my message, you know, go 1-0 for the day. But you also have to keep in mind what you're preparing for. You know, we're not preparing for February 1st. We're preparing for Twin Valley for the next game, you know, but we're taking one day at a time. And as long as we win one game at one day at a time, whether it's practice or a game, we're going to be fine.
Yeah, and you know, you've pretty much solidified yourself in the county anyway, with really leading, you know, Section 2 there. How different is it being, you know, kind of like the large school in, you know, the Section 2 you know, pond?
It's different. It's very different. It's fun, but it's also getting the kids to understand that, you know, you can't look at who you're playing. You have to look at what your goals are for the season, not who you're playing. So, you know, when you step on the floor and it's not, as people say, the best of Berks and the Reddings, the BC Wilsons, or the best in the districts, you still have to play at the highest level that you're trying to achieve for the season. So for us, it's been, you know, I felt we struggled against Conrad Weiser and Twin Valley the first 2 games. We still won, but we didn't play at that high level. And I thought last week when we went out to Weiser, we played at that high level. We shared the ball. We had a good pace. We had the middle runner. We were in our denials. And then we were also we had a lot of love touches, which I thought has been key for us the past 2 weeks. You know, always reminding the kids to touch someone. Just tell them something positive. And that's been another go-to for us by having a lot of love touches.
What do you think is the key for your team to be successful moving forward? If there's one thing you can pick, what do you have to do well as a team to be successful in the postseason?
Stay poised, stay together. You know, I felt against William Allen and Wilson early in the year, and then BC as well, I felt we lost our composure. There was no one to bring us together. There was nobody on the floor that was being that leader. So for us, it's always been poised and keep your composure. Somebody besides myself has to lead our basketball team on the floor. So when something comes out that we may not be comfortable with, you know, we have to be ready to go.
James, another question for Coach?
I just want to just give a little bit of perspective. I'm a little bit old fashioned. I'm kind of new to the Berks County basketball scene in the last few years. You were actually supposed to play my alma mater, Bethlehem Liberties, where I went to high school, played baseball there for them. But Bruce and I did the Governor Mifflin game with you guys at Governor Mifflin, and it was a tough start for you guys. Mifflin was battling you early, and things weren't all going your way. But then at halftime, you collected yourself and you came out with poise. And I just kind of want to piggyback what you just said, talking about poise. Your team definitely has shown glimpses of that. And just moving forward, I'm excited to see what you and your team can do here in the county playoffs and then districts as well, because I see a lot of good signs early on. And as a head coach, I'm sure you're thrilled and excited with this instant success. But for the younger guys, how are you coaching them and getting them ready? Because it's not just about this season. Yes, you want to win this season, but as a head coach, you're always trying to build the program for continued success. and being at Reading High, you've seen how that kind of culture kind of grows. And how are you starting to do that now at Muhlenberg, albeit your first year, but I'm sure you have some sort of plan and strategy to do so.
Well, I've been very involved with our MTA programs. I've been very involved with our junior high programs. I'm constantly checking in with our junior high coaches. Unfortunately, I have not been able to get down to the junior high game due to either practice or a game. My assistants have been able to get down there. We ran a camp, which I thought was very powerful for the beginning of the year. And then for the younger guys that are returning back next year, you know, we spend every other Sunday with MTA doing skills and drills. Whether I'm present or one of my coaches are present, we're still branching out and putting our knowledge on the younger kids of Muhlenberg. Last Friday was a perfect example. We had our MTA cheerleaders with us, and it was beautiful to see. You know, our kids were excited. They were playing at a high level, and we had our younger guys there as well. That, you know, they were able to see how we do things. I try to get the junior high up to the high school as much as possible, but with COVID, it's a little different. You know, we all can't be in the same gym at the same time. We have played a triple header with them already, so that, you know, we are there in the same locker room, you know, talking to each other, engaging each other, having fun with each other. So I am out and about in the community. I am out in our youth programs. So right now, that's how we're expanding all culture and talking about how we're moving forward with the next level. And of course, I got great assistant coaches who are spreading what we're preaching up top to our lower levels as well.
Well, that's fantastic, Coach. As everybody can tell, it's, you know, kind of a Sunday evening here. We're all kind of getting ready for the week, and we really appreciate the few minutes that Matt Flowers has spent with us tonight. Really terrific, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys in the postseason, because I'm telling you what, there isn't anybody that wants to play Muhlenberg in the postseason. I'm just telling you right now. So Matt, congratulations on a great season so far, and continued success, you know, in the postseason this year. All right.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. You guys have a good night.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. All right. We'll talk to you later. See you later.
Take
Bye
care.
now.
Bye-bye.